All right. Okay, so this is my tier list of classes that I have the most fun playing with. Okay, playing with. I just realized, by the way, this whole stream you guys couldn't hear the music, and I was listening to it the whole freaking time. I'm so sorry. You guys just listened to me being an idiot. All right. I'm so sorry. Okay, what are we doing? Play with. Okay, play with. All right. First and foremost, I'm gonna do the easy one here. This one is self-explanatory. If you disagree in chat, that's completely fine. But quite literally, you're just objectively wrong. It's the worst class to play the game. Okay, it's just the worst class to play the game. The class is boring. It's not fun. It's never been fun. Don't try to cope your way through it. It's never been fun. All right, easy clap. Next on the list. Okay, this one's gonna be a little bit more contested, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Hunter's that fun to play for the most part. I think Hunter gets cool cards, but they're not like, oh my god, I can't wait. I've never queued up Hearthstone and went, God, I can't wait to play Hunter today. So I'm gonna put that in C. Like, yeah, I'm gonna put it in C. There are a couple key cards here though, like Deathstalker Rexar. If it's Deathstalker Rexar era, like I might put it in S, to be honest. Like, you know what I mean? But I personally have never woken up and been excited to play this class. So I'm probably not gonna ever play. I'm not gonna put Hunter higher than C. That's what it is. That's what it is. My Yogg Priest was fun. Was it fun because of Yogg, or was it fun because of Priest? Ask yourself that question, and you know the answer. Don't lie to yourself. Thank you. Thank you. Keep it calm over there. Keep the copium to a minimum, please. Okay. All right. This is going to be a little bit more of a contested take, I think. I actually think Death Knight is kind of boring. If I look at my Hearthstone, like, chat, I'm a full-time streamer, boys. Look at how many games I have with Death Knight. I think that kind of speaks volumes of how much I think the class is just whatever. People, just who I am as a person. I just don't think it's very interesting. So I'm gonna go with like max C, maybe low B, low B. I think the cool thing about Death Knight is there's just like multiple different ways of playing it. But like for me personally, I'm gonna give it a B. I just don't have fun playing Death Knight. I just think it's whatever. You're telling me you don't like seeing people cry when you res a billion convincing infiltrators? No, I can't say that. DK over Priest is insane. How, dude? How? Like, all right. Anyways, Warrior. Okay, recently Warrior has not really been my cup of tea. Actually, that's a straight lie. I actually really liked Enrage Warrior. I got Legend with it last month. I kind of liked it. So, I mean, okay, over the years, I've really liked Warrior. I don't know about you guys. I've always felt like Warrior has had a cool place in my heart. I really like Control Warrior. I thought it was really fun to play. There's something very satisfying about hitting armor up. I don't know what it is. Like that, you hear the armor, and then it goes like, I don't know what it is. It's fun. He's got a good vibe to him. Multiple cool archetypes over the years. Grim Patron Warrior, an absolute classic. Control Warrior, a classic. I mean, God, I like Galakrond for it too. I really like the Galakrond for Warrior. There's a lot of good decks in Warrior. Risky Skipper Warrior was the one time I hit rank 1 legend too. So I might be. I'm gonna leave it in A. I'm gonna leave it in A. I'm gonna leave it in A for the time being, and I'm gonna explain right now why I'm gonna do this. Warlock is my S tier class. I am a Warlock main. I freaking love the class. Let me explain why to you, chat. Warlock has the coolest design cards in the game overall. All right, next class. Shaman. Oh my god, dude. Shaman is kind of boring too, but they have their moments where they're really, really cool. Shaman's in the middle. Have I ever woke up and been like, yeah, I really want to play Shaman today? Not in Classic. I mean, if I wanted to win in some expansions, I think I did. I'm trying to think. Chat, what were the really fun Shaman decks? I can't think of it. Oh, Shudderwalk. Guys, hold on. Let me bring my dad into this. Hey, how are you? I wouldn't say hi to my dad. I actually like Shudderwalk as a card. I really like it. I think it's good. Hagatha. Ooh, I love Hagatha. Ooh, yeah, and I really like the quest from Uldum. Those were good years. Shaman's had some good years. Okay, but overall though, I'm thinking about the highlights here. Shaman's had a lot of shit years over the time though. Like Shaman goes from like really cool to really bad. Like there's no Shaman doesn't have a B tier like deck. It's either like you're up here, bitch, or you're down here. So because of that, I'm gonna go with B. Okay, I think B's fair. I think B's cool. I think overall Shaman can either be like really cool, really bad. I don't think there's really anything in between for Shaman. It's never been just for the nature of its hero power, right? It's just, it depends on the expansion. Like you either go ape shit or you don't. Agatha could crush my head between her thighs. Thank you so much, Kurgo. I really appreciate that. Okay, Rogue, dude, playing as Rogue is fun as fuck. Playing against Rogue, we'll get to that tier list after. But playing as Rogue, God, I love playing as Rogue. Rogue's fun. Rogue's always been fun. There's something nice about playing like a ton of 0 mana cards and like playing an Edwin. Yeah, Rogue is, unless Rogue is like weapon-based stuff only, like Thief Rogue's fun, Miracle Rogue's fun. Rogue's been fun. Rogue's fun. Rogue's fun. Rogue's a good class. Rogue's really, really good, right? It's fun. It's just playing against it. There's some moments where you don't want to play against it at all, but it's and you say Priest isn't fun? Shake my head. Bro, they're not even, I'm not even gonna argue. I'm getting one guide. I'm getting one guide. I'm getting one guide. I'm getting one guide. Okay, it's fine. Paladin. Paladin's a weird one, man. Paladin is, in my opinion, has always been like the most basic class in Hearthstone, because it kind of just does one thing and one thing well, and that's basically it. It's the consistent class of Hearthstone. It feels like it just kind of does board stuff really well, and it's always been like that. But then you get a deck like Shivala OTK Paladin, which is fun. The Death Knight for Paladin was fun. Anything's been fun. Okay, Paladin's had some moments. Paladin's had some moments. I'm gonna go B. I'm gonna go high B for Paladin. Paladin, I don't think Paladin's ever been really boring, but most of the time they don't peak higher than like Warrior. So I can't put it in A. I think B is like, I think B's a safe bet. I think Paladin's more fun than Hunter. I think it's more fun than these two classes. Actually, I don't know. Maybe just like this. It should be like this. It should be like this. I think that's fine. Okay. Now, Mage is a tough one. The reason why Mage is tough is because Mage has so many archetypes over the years, and some of them are so fun to play. Like, some of them have been a blast, man. Freeze Mage with Sorcerer's Apprentice was 2 mana. Flamewaker, Yogg Saron stuff, randomness. I think it's safe to say that Mage has the most fun cards. Mage generally just, Mage feels the most fun to play. I think it's like, I'm never not excited to play Mage. No way you say Sorcerers for 2 mana is fun. When you're the one playing it, and we're basing this on when we play the class, absolutely, Sorcerers for 2 is great. Mage is a class that I think is fun to play. So I'm definitely willing to put it up here, somewhere around here. I'm a big fan of it. Over Hearthstone's entire history, Mage has been a pretty good class. It's definitely one of the most popular classes by far. I think it's here though. I think Rogue and Warlock are in their own realm. Okay, now we get to the two D boys, double D's over here. Sorry, Demon Hunter. Okay, because we'll leave Druid for last. We'll leave Druid for last. Demon Hunter for me, I've never been a huge fan of it. The problem with Demon Hunter is like it's the more aggressive version of Hunter, and if you like drawing and doing damage, it's like the greatest class in the game. But if you don't like doing that, it just feels bad. But I want to give Demon Hunter some credit. We'll talk about classes I don't like playing against after, but genuinely speaking, I think the outcast mechanic is really well done. It's fun kind of manipulating your hand. It's like a mini game inside the game. And when you have a game inside the game, that generally means you're doing a pretty good job, as long as it's not like super complicated. So outcast is fun. I think like Demon Hunter has a lot of interesting ideas given to it, even though they're all centered around damage. But like for me personally, I don't know. It's probably low B. What's my Demon Hunter wins at? If my Demon Hunter wins are past Priest, we'll keep it there. Oh yeah, they're not. Oh, they're not. What am I doing here? What is this about? Oh my God. I guess I gotta base this on what classes I like the most, but I've actually have a pretty well-rounded class matchup. I don't know what to call it. Class wins. Where the hell did I put that browser? Okay. Somewhere in here, somewhere in here. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna leave it here. All right, boys. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is one that I think a lot of people just agree with. And if you don't agree with it, I think it's just you just hate Druid. But Druid actually gets its own tier, and this tier is called Based, and that's where Druid belongs. That's my tier list. I don't need to give reasoning for that one at all. By the way, that's just what it is. Druid is a class that it's in its own world. Because the problem with Druid has a problem that no other class has to deal with. Okay, and that is ramping. All right, if you get to ramp with Druid, it is the greatest feeling on the planet, and you can't take that away from Druid. But if you don't get the ramp, Druid feels like a bunch of Papagas just trying to work together as hard as they absolutely can. But when you do get the ramp, it reminds you why people love Druid so much and why you play with it. I think this is a fair list. There's something satisfying about having 9 mana when your opponent's stuck on 3. So I think overall playing as these classes, I think this is pretty safe. I think this is like probably what I would pick most of the time. I like it. All right. Now we're going to go with playing against the classes. This is going to be a completely different poll. Okay. This is going to be complete. I should take a screenshot for the last poll here. Okay. S is, I absolutely hate playing against it. D's, it's fine. Yeah, D, it's fine. Okay. That's what we're going to do. Like the more I hate the class, the higher it goes on the tier list for this, for the record. Okay. All right. Let's start off with the easy ones first, because are there any easy ones? Actually, we'll start with the easy one. Fuck this class. I hate this class. Every time I play against Demon Hunter, I want to not play the game anymore. It's been a common theme with this class. Every time I go against it, I just don't want to play Hearthstone. I close the game. I'm done. There are moments where I've lost to Demon Hunter, and I literally alt F4 and I don't play Hearthstone for a couple of days. So it is what it is. You have it backwards. Okay, should I keep it as like? Oh, you're right. Sorry, S tier. You're right. He would be an S tier. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, that's my apologies. Yeah, I hate this class. I hate it so much. I can't fathom playing against this class. I hate it. And I used to think that Priest was my least favorite class to go against, but this has taken the cake for a while. Actually, you know, it doesn't even deserve a freaking S tier, bro. It deserves its own. Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right, now we can do this. Now Priest goes in S. Okay. So that's basically the rest of the poll. I don't even think the rest of the classes really matter, because they've all had their times where like they're unfun to play against, but then there's times where like they're fun to play against, and there's times I don't really care. So yeah. Like it's just that's basically it. No, real talk though, let's do this here. Okay. I don't think Warrior's ever been that bad to play against. This is playing against Warrior. The only deck I really didn't like playing against over Hearthstone's history was like maybe Pirate Warrior. Everything else has been fine. So like I'm going with C. They've had one deck where I can remember like it just being unfun, but for the most part, like I think Warrior's been pretty good. It's been a good class. It's been a good class overall. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good with this. Okay, Death Knight. Death Knight's the more recent class. Let's start with this. Control Warrior and Uldum. Oh, you mean the Rise of Shadows one with Dr. Boom? I didn't mind that as much. You can't get more cringe than Druid. Just remove the class. I screenshot the tier list for you. Thank you. I appreciate it more. Thank you. Is Druid that bad? Chat, think about over Hearthstone's history. When has Druid been the worst? I'm thinking right now, Druid has a lot of decks I've absolutely despised over the years. They've had some really annoying decks over the years. In my opinion, Druid's the best class that Hearthstone has. Like if I was basing this tier list on like what I think the best class is of all time, it's Druid. But they've had some, honestly, they've had some pretty unfun decks to play against. I hated Quest Druid. I hated the Quest Druid from Uldum. J Druid's fine, but that inevitability could get to you. Scales of Onyxia. I freaking hated Scales of Onyxia. Oh my god, what a card. But like, okay, in Classic, Druid was fine. Druid was okay. I mean, Druid was just the best class. Like, the problem with Druid is that I think people just hate playing against Druid because Druid just gets really powerful stuff. It's not like it's frustrating. It's just they get good stuff. Like, I legitimately hate this class because they just get stuff that's annoying to play against. But they just get good cards and they get to do good stuff. And like, I get I guess that means that they're like annoying to play against. But when I think about Hearthstone's history, like I don't remember a moment where I'm like really pissed off at Druid. Oh, Celestial Alignment, bro. I repressed that shit. Okay, we're putting it in there just for Celestial Alignment. That card was miserable to play against. Card was absolutely horrific to play against. Yeah, I hated that card. Oh my god, Celestial Alignment sucked my nuts, bro. I hated that card. Goth was also an experience. Spreading Plague. All right, I'll put an A. It's A, chat. It's A. Okay, let's do Rogue. Rogue has the potential to be one of the most annoying classes in the game. And if you've ever been Edwined on turn 3, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There are moments where you'll just lose the game straight up, and then it ends up being like not a fun experience. There's Kingsbane Rogue. There's the quest from Rogue from Ungoro. I hated that one. It's been like Miracle, Quest, and Weapon. I hate the weapon decks, actually. Oh my god, dude. The freaking weapon decks from, was it like Skullman's Academy? Dude, F that class, bro. This might go in S if I'm gonna be honest. I hate playing against Rogue. I hate it. I like playing it, but I hate playing it. Cloak of Shadows. Ew, bro. Ew. Honestly, realistically, it should just be like this. If I'm gonna be honest, it should just be like this. Because realistically, if we're just gonna be honest, guys, I hate losing. That means I hate literally every class I've lose to, and I lose to all these classes at some point. So aren't they all shit? Isn't that what it is? Like, what are we talking about here? It's not. It's not like fuck all these classes. All the classes suck when I lose to them, man. Man hates playing the game. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Okay, hold on. Where was I? We'll put Drew back in A. Okay, we're at this point. All right, we'll leave him down here for now. Hold on. Okay. Death Knight, I don't really care about Death Knight. In fact, the only Death Knight card I really hate playing against is this card right here. I'm just gonna pull it up because we all know what we're talking about here. This card can literally eat my ass, honestly. There's nothing worse than playing against this card in Death Knight. So because of this card alone, basically, and I guess Frostwind's Fury is a little annoying. Okay, we'll put in like C. That's a neutral. That's exactly why. That's why. That's because it's a neutral, chat. That's what I'm saying to you. That's why it doesn't go that high on the list. That's it. That's basically it. Hunter, okay. I don't really care about losing to Face Hunter, right? The thing about Face Hunter is that it's quick, right? If someone was gonna kill me, I'd rather lose to Face Hunter than like Demon Hunter. You know, Face Hunter gets the job done. It's very clear when the game is over. You move on with your day. I think Hunter's fine. I don't really hate losing to Hunter too much. It's you're in and out. And so it's fine. All right. Mage, I'm putting up here. So I would have said before yesterday, Mage would have been here. Now, I recorded a game off stream, chat. I recorded a game off stream where my opponent played 6-6. What's that card called? Hold on. I can't remember the card. Hold on. What's this fucking card called? It's in standard, right? This Solid Alibi. Where is it? Where's this piece of shit card? Where is it? Where is it? Where the frick is it? This is, in my opinion, actually, as of right now, as 2023, the worst design card in all of Hearthstone ever made. This card's fucking stupid. Why did they make this card? And because of that reason, it's going in S. I think, see, you could say Ice Block was a problem, but the realistic thing about Ice Block is that you can interact with it. You can't interact with that card unless you like make the card cost more mana. You can't interact with it. You can interact with Ice Block. So it's like, it just, I'm putting an S. I like counterplay. Paladin, I don't really care. I think people will pay Paladin more right now because we've seen it so recently, but most of the time Paladin's been fine. I don't really care about losing a Paladin. I think when Penflinger was in the game, it was a little bit more annoying, but I think Paladin's somewhere around here. Like, I don't really care about losing a Paladin. Paladin's whatever. Carrion Libram. Yeah, but like, if you think of the grand scale of Hearthstone, Paladin really hasn't been that bad. Like, really it hasn't. Like, there's been 2 moments I could think in my head that like maybe Paladin was just a little ridiculous. But overall, it's whatever. Okay, Shaman, just like we showcased before, it's either like really bad to play against, like it's the worst class to play against, or it's whatever, right? Like if we're talking strictly evolved Shaman, like it's up here. But I mean, actually, you know what? I've had a lot of moments where I've lost the game because my Shaman high rolled a lightning storm back in the day, and that was miserable. But most of the Crackle too, I guess. Fuck Spirit Claws. Yeah, Spirit Claws also. All right, we'll put him B. We'll put him B. It's just an easy B. It's an easy B. It's an easy B. Mysterious Challenger. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think Mysterious Challenger was like the part that pissed me off the most. I think the part that killed me the most was the shielded mini bot. But like, again, if you guys think about it, it took Paladin that long to really have a deck, right? So like they took like 2 expansions plus 2 adventures for them to actually be like a pretty good class. Come on, man, it's not that bad. Like that was the first time where it showcased itself. So I'm over it. Over Hearthstone's history, Paladin hasn't been too bad. All right. I mean, I'm a little biased to Warlock, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I like Warlock, as like I just described. But I do recognize losing to Warlock can be really, really toxic. And that's the biggest problem with the class. Warlock has like this weird thing like Shaman where sometimes it's just, oh my God, it's absolutely disgusting. But most of the time it's like whatever. Curses, yeah. Zulok, I mean, Zulok's not that bad. Q-Lock was fine too. Q-Lock was just a good deck. Questline was the worst. I mean, all Questlines were bad, right? I'll give Warlock B. I think I'd actually move Warrior down to D. I think legitimately Warrior, other than Pirate Warrior, I can't think of a moment where like I really despise playing against Warrior. I think Warrior has always just been a pretty good class to play against. But I think this is fair. I think this is what it is. I can't say this enough. I think the addition of Demon Hunter when you're playing against it is miserable. But that's what it is. That's my tier list, chat. What's your most hated class in all of Hearthstone, chat? Is it also Demon Hunter? Hod Warrior was the worst deck of the game to play against? I disagree. There's no way. Priest. Druid, Priest, DK. DK? Priest with those fucking Neptulons. True. True. All right, well, that's my tier list, chat. Okay.